And I mean, in your research then, have you seen a lot of micro merchants asking and saying that they don't want to use cash anymore? They would rather use card payments?
Yes, this technology was introduced a year ago. We launched a pilot with Visa in 2 different countries, and we started piloting in a small coffee shops. And what we found out that is really good for these types of micro merchants. First of all, from point of view of speed of transaction, this technology increases really speed of transactions, because, for example, when seller wants to collect a payment, he or she needs to enter extra amount on extra devices. He or she needs to care about battery charging and so on, so on, so on. But for now, mobile phone is I will say a part of everyday life of modern man or woman, and in this case, mobile phone usually in good conditions, and it allows to increase speed of transaction. Just enter an amount of transaction, tap a card, and that's all. And we collected such good feedback that thanks to Tepix phone, speed of transaction will increase, and it will influence on speed of service and the quantity of customers in these coffee shops. And thanks to these pilots, we understood that, of course, this technology is convenient, and there is a demand of this technology. And for now, we see that not only micropayments, we see that and fashion boutiques also wants to buy this technology. Also, we see some interest from taxi services and so on. I will say that this technology comes through from small and micro merchants to bigger one.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, have you seen any changes with your research and the trials you've done in the coffee shops? Has there been any change because of COVID, the coronavirus pandemic? Has it changed people's behavior, and maybe they're less interested in using cash?
Yeah, you're right. The current pandemic situation has an influence on way of payment, and not only payments, the way of people behavior. As now there is a new term, new normality, and in this case we need to minimize our quantity of touches. We need to be on social distances from each other, and all of these things, this is a new changes for everybody, and it also should change the way or how we do in shopping. And in this case, of course, first of all, we see that some merchants can increase the quantity of payment terminals because there is no need to pay extra money for some hardware, and it's more easy to adapt this technology in real life, and it creates new opportunities to avoid big queues. And for example, you can pay your goods in a place where you are chatting with shop assistants, or the more waiters can collect more payments thanks to the increasing quantity of terminals and so on. And but what is more important, I will say, contactless payments were increased during this period based on analytical researches which comes from payment schemes. And yeah, I think it's predictable and understandable, because when we tried to pay in cash, it means that we will have some change, and this is I wouldn't say that money is clear. They're a little bit dirty, I suppose, and this is one of the way for people to care about the potential risk with payment with money. That is why the more people prefer to use contactless technologies without touches any cash PPOS terminals and so on. That is why contactless technology became more and more popular. And from this point of view, of course, new adaptation and penetration of digital POS terminals will create big opportunities for transformation of way how we make our payments.
May I ask you a question? Does this technology work without the internet, or it requires?
For now, it's forbidden. Based on existing requirements, or you need to have access to the internet. But you know, this is a brand new technology, and this technology, the first industrial standard was issued only December last year. And as far as I know, now there are a lot of discussions about enhancing of this technology, and probably some new offline payment opportunities will appear soon. And we are waiting the new standard. PCI Council announced that new standard dedicated to this technology will be issued next year.
That's interesting. I just remember that the IBA Automated Fare Collection system, it works without the internet, right?
Yeah, it's another story, because one more, Mark, I can share, for example, two new experiences which we have with this new technology. And one of this new niche, I would say, this is a public transport. And IBA and Visa were first companies in the world who introduced this way of payment in a whole city in public transport. We launched a pilot in one of the Belarusian cities. All buses with the conductors were equipped with normal, regular NFC-enabled mobile phones, and I will say in one day, all conductors received an opportunity to accept contactless payments. And now we are in piloting, and we see that from point of view of adaptation of the technology to accepting contactless payments in a transit, yes, it's working. No really problems with collecting payments based on conductors mode. But for now, there are some limitations which comes from technology. For now, this technology is only available for assistance. It means that if we are talking about transit, it means that only conductors or bus drivers who sells some tickets can use this technology. But in near future, I suppose we will see new generation of ticket validators, ticket machines, which will use regular Android devices. And I think it creates good opportunity to provide contactless acceptance, paying for your rides in public transport. And as I mentioned before, one of a big barrier for accepting contactless payments in transport, this is cost of infrastructure and complexity of the technology. Thanks to TAPEX phone, and it can be implemented more easily. Another way, another example of new integration with application is integration with cash registers. You know, if we have a look on our everyday shopping, what we see? We see physical cash register, hardware cash register, and nearest POS terminal. You have to pay your goods, and you will collect paper receipt with a list of purchases and one more receipt from payment terminal with transaction details. For now, I will say it's not obligatory. Now, there are in some countries there are opportunities for online fiscalization. It means there is no more need to have a physical cash register. It's also the same trends for digitalization. When we're talking about digitalization, we're talking about changing cash register. Now they are also online. And if we combine online cash register and digital POS terminals, we will have new niche, new way of shopping. It means that for now, less hardware and less receipts. Because you know, I will say this solution it's also eco-friendly because we care about trees. No more extra paper is required. You just can use fully digital payments, and I think it's really good for everyone.
The only company that I've seen that does this right now is Apple, where they don't have cash registers in their stores. The sales assistant comes to you and you pay the assistant directly.
Yeah.
But you're saying that this will just become normal. So any store will see the end of the cash register, the end of the line to pay, and we'll just have assistants coming to us.
Yeah, agree. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I mean, I think that was everything that I was going to ask, except maybe I just wanted to check, when you were talking about the pilot on the public transport system, was that the same system that you were piloting and using? Was it the tap to phone system that you were talking about for the retail solution?
Yeah. You know, our Tepix Phone product, this is a payment kernel. Mm-hmm. Which allows to accept contactless payments on regular NFC-enabled mobile phones in secure manner. And mm-hmm. for now, we try to find new niches and new approaches of using these technologies. That is why we are focusing on integration with other mobile application or other use cases which comes from market. And the pilot dedicated to fare collection systems, this is one of the example how this digital POS can be integrated with mobile with fare collection payments. You know, we introduced not so far new program which calls urban mobility, which is dedicated to payment in cities areas, which covers all ways of traveling. It means public transport, parkings, taxi, shuttles, and so on. And in this case, we see this is a digital POS. This is a payment kernel, which can be easily integrated in any other devices which collects this payment. And this is the idea: easy integration and easy spreading up of I will say lovely payment methods like contactless for merchants and for their consumers.
Okay, great.
Okay. Thank you, Vadim. Thank you, Mark. Thanks everyone for watching this video, and I think we're looking forward to even more exciting solutions and technologies in the future, Vadim. And I'm also asking our audience to get in touch with us if they are interested to get more information about new contactless payment solutions. Thank you.